not easy opening up a business, but once I got that first student, there was no option of it not succeeding. It takes a village. I never did this on my own. You ready?
We're gonna go 30 squats. 9. We're gonna go 3 sets, pull out press. Okay?
My name is Joesph Lupo.
8.
I am the owner of the New York Black Belt Center and headmaster instructor. My earliest memory of Taekwondo is my father bringing me to a class that he was teaching in Astoria at the Munesli Taekwondo Institute. That's our grandmaster. That's where my father started. That's where I started. And I was just a little kid sitting down off to the side, watching my father teach this mass of black belts. I mean, I looked at these guys, they were giants, but they were larger than life, and I was hooked. Since then, seeing my father teach, seeing my father in his element, and I was hooked. I was glued. We're talking 1980, 82, 83.
Good play.
Oh man. This is oh wow. This is like yesterday. Oh man, this is probably almost, we're almost 30 years ago. Almost. 25 years ago. That was, just give me a second. Oh wow.
What was that moment?
Like I said, it was about 25 years ago. That was a demonstration we did for actually my father's soccer club, Astoria, Italia. And my father was very big into demonstrations. Wow, I haven't seen that video in a very, very long time. It's not the demonstration that gets to me. Well, it is, that gets to me too. Chokes me up. What chokes me up is hearing my father's voice. That's what, hearing that scream. When my father passed, there was always a fear I had that I would forget the way he sounded. You know, that was always a fear I had. I can't explain it, but listening to that, that's pretty hard. Oh man, shit. Haven't seen that in so long. Oh. Oh, God. My dad was for lack of a better term, he was a force of nature. Influence it's to say he's an influence in my life is an understatement. He was an influence in the lives of many, many, many people. Not a day goes by that not just me, but somebody else doesn't bring up my father. Just the way he went about things, the way he went about life. He was a man's man, so to say. He was strong in so many ways. The way he spoke in front of a room, the respect he commanded, his presence. We would be in class and you would walk in and you wouldn't hear a pin drop. It's just who he was, and to not admire that is almost crazy. Well, as a student of my father, I always wanted to be the man. So since I was young, I knew, and my father knew it too. I wasn't quiet about it. That I wanted my own school. That I wanted to teach the art that was passed down to me by my grandmaster Moonsang Lee and my father. It was no mystery that that's what I wanted to do. And the love for teaching, I was young. I had just gotten my black belt, and my father gave me a responsibility. He gave me a few students in that school in Whitestone, and my father just looked at me. He's like, "You're going to raise these students. You're going to teach them." And I took it and I just ran with it. And as I got older, I was in high school and I started teaching in high school. I started teaching my peers. So at that point, I had gained experience not only teaching young kids, but teaching, students my age. So my maturity level just really, really started to skyrocket at that point. And getting older, going in college, taking business courses, so not only did I have the experience of being able to teach the art physically, but now I gained that experience behind the scenes, how to run a business, and graduated college, kept teaching and teaching and teaching. I knew that once I hit 30, that if I wasn't gonna have my own school now, it was never gonna happen. And I took everything I had, every penny I had, and I put it into that school in 2010. And man, I slept in that place. Many, many nights I didn't even go home. I slept on the mat because there was no option of it not succeeding. That was never a thought in my mind. I had all the confidence in the world that I was going to make this work. I know what I'm capable of doing, and nothing was going to stop me. When people ask me what's the most important thing, I will tell them my school. Because without it, I wouldn't have anything. My Taekwondo gave me everything.
He keeps classes interesting, and he keeps us all coming back, and he keeps us all motivated. Motivation is the key.
It's always a pleasure to have him. He's a good role model for our athletes. I like the kids to follow him because his energy is always high level. It's good to have him around.
He's a very, very simple person. Very, very simple.
So Master Joe is an entity, I believe. It's something that stands alone. He's like a powerful being in a room. When he walks into the room, this room, on the mat, in his school, you see him and you hear him and you feel him everywhere. So I couldn't really think of another word. right beside them.
I've learned from Master Joe how to be confident in myself, how to defend myself outside the world and inside from others. I learned how to learn about other people and their feelings and just be confident in everything that I do. Master Joe's a father figure to me because he helped me learn myself and make me who I am today.
This is my joy. This is my pleasure when my last class at night is filled like this. I love this. I live for this. I've already been here over 12 hours. But I'm not tired when I see a room filled like this of students. But you have to help me too. Is that understood? Yes, sir. You gotta come here prepared. My routine is simple. Go next door and I make a cup of coffee. L'Italiano Trattoria. You know, this was my father's and my mom's baby. Now it's still my mom's baby. You know, she does all the work still cooks, does all the cooking in the kitchen. It's beautiful to be right next door. This is the first thing I do every morning, every single day. I can't start my day unless I make a nice espresso from here. There you go. Perfection. And this is where I have my first cup of coffee every morning, right here with my dad. Every morning for the past 9 years. Best cup of coffee of the day. If I don't do this, I can't get my day started. I come up and I start cleaning. Before I start throwing a kick or a punch, or I start teaching a single student, my school's gotta look pristine. People have to come in here and they have to feel welcome. They have to see cleanliness, not just smell it and be around it. They have to see it. From there, my first class starts at 9:30, my Fight Fit class. Before I start this class, I want to see smiles. When I end this class, I want to see more smiles. I want people to leave this class with a super positive experience. You know, kind of like, how can I put it? I want them craving more when they leave.
Master Joe showed up? Let's go!
We start children at 3 years old here. So my first kids class of the day is always the 3 to 5 year old program. Then as we progress, I do everything by age. Then I have my 6 to 8 year old group. I have my 9 to 13 year old group. And then I do one all ages Taekwondo class.
It is a pleasure to be on the leadership team, to have the ability to teach younger children and to give them the opportunity to enjoy the sport as much as I do. My name is Rocco Macchio and I am a second degree black belt. Started training here very young, super young, 8 years old. Training with Master Joe is more of a joy and it's a gift to have with working with such a talented, not only with Master Joe, but such a talented group of people to have around you and to work with.
The greatest compliment I get about that boy from my other parents is Rocco has so much respect. He's so mature for his age. So when I developed that leadership team, who better to put it in front than someone like that? Nothing makes me more proud as an instructor than to know I'm here developing good character kids inside my school, but most importantly, outside. But our Taekwondo program is split into two at night. We have our traditional Taekwondo, and then we have our competition team or Olympic style Taekwondo program. because I was so focused on building a school and building a family, I got back into competition. And immediately, once I got back into competition, I saw success. I wasn't expecting it, but I saw some success. I went to nationals, I won at nationals, I competed in Italy at the European Masters Games. Things started moving pretty quickly as I got stronger physically and I got stronger mentally. And I had to dedicate myself to my craft. If the New York Black Belt Center is not here physically one day, it will always be here mentally and in people's hearts. That I know will never go away. That I know will be carried on for many, many years to come beyond my years. I know deep down in my heart, the legacy of the New York Black Belt Center will be carried on forever. Because going back to it, the foundation back in 2010 was built so strong. And the teachings have carried on so many years. And the teachings are going to carry on beyond our years. Because it's what the world needs. It's what society needs. Society needs good, positive, strong vibes. Too much negativity out there. Something like what we teach here, the New York Black Belt Center will never die. Never.